Welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Neff.
And today we're talking about wokeness.
With Superman.
Right. Everyone's favorite topic is wokeness. So we'll discuss it in terms of this new Superman movie that comes out this week is being accused of being so woke.
Yes, that people are over it, turning their back.
Yes, they are. They are. We'll also talk about Kevin Jonas says he was just about broke, like living in the gutter.
Yeah, this is crazy. One of the famous Jonas Bros band members, slash actually brother.
This is after he was, they rose to fame. He almost broke himself.
Yes.
We'll talk about why. And finally, Brooks Nader is kind of Slumdog Millionaire. Like, I feel like before Dancing with the Stars, I didn't know her name.
Who she was.
Anything, and now she's at the Bezos wedding hanging out with Leonardo DiCaprio. And she's not even just a wedding member. She's part of the inner circle. This Brooks Nader girl.
She is just traveling all over the world, living like every girl's dream.
She is. We'll remind you, we're live.
We're live on YouTube every morning. By the way, it's like the first time we've been together in a while.
Yeah,
You were on vacation. I was on a little vacation.
You're busy in the mornings, which is hard to do a podcast in. But man, it's good to be back with you, Charlie.
I know.
United.
Wow, like we never skipped a beat.
Right. So if you got any comments about your favorite Charlie, your favorite story of the day, your least favorite anything, please.
Also, we have a poll too regarding the Superman movie, so don't forget to vote.
Yes, very good. Okay. Kevin Jonas is not going to be our first story.
No.
So
Dean Cain.
Dean Cain. So Dean Cain's quite a conservative fellow. He played Superman.
You don't say.
In Lois and Clark. He says this Superman controversy that we're going through right now is avoidable. Can you explain the controversy?
So basically, James Gunn had talked about this because there's a new Superman movie, right? Like they just had the big premiere in LA on Monday. Well, James Gunn,
Director of the movie,
said that the movie is about an immigrant who comes to a country that has lost, which he feels has lost basically basic human kindness.
Right.
So it's like we're turning this now into like a political thing, right? So you're going to watch the Superman movie with like different eyes.
Yeah, I mean, Superman's from like Krypton, I believe. Is that right? And he comes to Earth. And so I can see like the parallels.
Yeah.
But also, I do agree with Dean in the fact that like, need it be said?
No.
Need it be said? Like, also, if I'm the studio, is it Marvel? If I'm them, I'm just like,
why?
DC? Sorry, I'm not a comic book nerd like Branson, our producer. I don't know. Maybe that's mainstream knowledge. I didn't.
No, I don't know either.
But like, it's a kind of like a unforced error.
It's just unnecessary.
Yeah.
It's like, it's equivalent to like when the Hello Kitty creator came out and said, oh, Hello Kitty's actually a human. She's not a kitty. And it's just like, why? Why?
Yeah. I actually find that kind of interesting that Hello Kitty's not a kitty.
It's apparently a little girl.
Right.
And like the little girl has cat ears.
Yes.
And her name is Kitty.
So it is kind of interesting. We're talking about it now.
I mean, look, does it get people to talk about Superman? Yes. But at the same time, I just feel like, I don't know. I think when people go to the movies, they want to escape whatever's going on in their life or whatever they feel about the world. Like they want to escape all that junk. And they don't want to go into a movie and like carry the junk in there or be reminded of that junk. Right. Like you go there to like, have like a different story told to you and like use your imagination. And, I just, So anyways, as you guys can imagine, like people like Kellyanne Conway, Jesse Waters are all slamming James Gunn, the director, for pushing a, quote, woke agenda. And I have to agree. I think it's just like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of is there, the example, but he messed this up because now he's losing half, his potential viewing. In fact, more than half probably because I don't know, but I bet people who love action movies and superhero movies are more conservative than people who don't.
You think so?
Maybe not. Maybe that's a reach.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, but it's like one of those places where like your political party shouldn't matter.
No. Agreed.
Like it should be like fun for everyone.
Well, the movie comes out Friday, if you're interested.
Yes. Are you gonna watch it? It has the new guy in it, the new
Oh,
Superman.
Corn Sweat. This has got Corn Sweat in it.
It's him. It's him. He's hot. Actually, I watched a couple videos, like interviews of him. I was like, okay.
Corn Sweat's super hot.
He said that people would come up to him and be like, oh my gosh, you remind me of Superman. Like, I guess he's gotten that his whole life. Because he does have like the look.
Isn't this guy the guy that's married to some like really much older lady? I believe so. I believe so. Yeah, like jarringly difference of
I think
ages.
you're thinking of James Taylor. What's his name?
James Taylor Johnson?
Yes.
Could be.
I mean, this guy is probably married too. I'm not sure.
All right. On to our next story. Kevin Jonas. He was just about broke following the band split in 2013. So on a recent appearance on the School of Greatness podcast that he does with his brothers, he said that, you know, despite the fact that he's doing quite well now, back in the day, like a bit over sort of 10 years ago, he'd spent all his money, which is crazy because I don't know how much money those guys would have earned through the early days of the Jonas Brothers.
Oh, I'm sure a lot.
Millionaires,
Disney, Camp Rock, and then they had like a wildly successful career, great songs, hits.
And then how old were these guys?
Young.
These guys must have been young.
Yeah.
And he was not in the right partnership, whatever that means. His bank account was down to just 10% of its original balance. I notice how he said it was down to 10% instead of giving us a figure.
Yeah, I mean, he's
because
embarrassed.
10% of like $20 million is still $2 million.
Yeah, but
I believe.
if you've bought a house, that's 10 million, you know, I mean, taxes and they have, I'm sure, like a lifestyle that they have to keep up with.
Right.
But I mean, it's shocking, but in a way it's also not shocking because after the Jonas Brothers, I feel like Nick and Joe really had a career after the band broke up. But Kevin kind of didn't. He like got married, they had kids, and he, in a way, like kind of just like fell into the background.
Yeah.
But he said that when they reunited, that he was able to like get it together.
I bet. And they're going on tour now. It's amazing the staying power of these Jonas Brothers. Like a lot of acts come and go, and these guys have somehow managed to stay around for a long time.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's not uncommon to like hear stories of like your favorite boy band members when it all is said and done and they go away and you grow up, then they're like taking on odd jobs as like an accountant or a realtor or, you know, like I know for me, like I loved the boy band 5. They were like.
Me too. Keep on moving on anyway.
Aw, that's the one you picked?
That's my favorite.
Wow, okay.
Is that 5?
Yes, I think so.
I love that song.
But like some of those guys like had to find like other work. Like I think even like Chris Kirkpatrick from NSYNC, like when they broke up, well, I guess they are still broken up, but now he's like doing a little bit better. But like when they broke up, I think he was like working at like a tire company or what have you.
That must suck. What a fall from grace.
Totally.
All right. Speaking of the opposite, actually, Brooks Nader, where did she come from? Because now she's everywhere. And in fact, she's hanging out with the Bezoses.
And post-wedding.
Post-wedding on their little. Have they had their honeymoon yet, or is this their honeymoon? Or
I mean, it's unclear. They probably don't need a honeymoon because why would their life is a honeymoon?
Their life is a honeymoon.
Yeah.
But Brooks Nader is there with them, and so is Leonardo DiCaprio. And for her to make it to this upper echelon of society, when I didn't even know about her a year ago, like what was she doing before Dancing with the Stars?
She was a model, Sports Illustrated.
So kind of barely famous.
Yes.
And then she had that whole showmance with Gleb, which I thought was fake. Maybe, who knows?
It's real.
Okay. And now she's hanging out with the Bezos and Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, how did
she
this
is
happen?
like just moving on up.
Because she is the Lauren Sanchez heir apparent.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that. And I was told that she's friends with Lauren. Like her connection is not Jeff, it's Lauren. So that's why she was at the wedding. Like she does actually know them. And obviously now she's like yucking it up with people like Leo DiCaprio. But I mean, to get like the invite to these kind of events, like you have to be like super cool, but also trustworthy.
Yeah, not splitting details.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, she's also been making headlines because she'll step out in like racy outfits.
Yeah, I know.
You know, she's got like a sexy figure. And so she'll wear these like kind of like Bianca Censori-esque like outfits, you know, where of course, like the media is going to cover her because she's like a sexy model, like stepping
But other
out.
girls do this sort of like look at my boobs thing and like models and stuff.
I suppose.
Yeah.
But I don't know, there's something else about her.
Something else about her.
Yeah.
Good luck to her. Good on her. I hope that she continues to rise.
Yes. By the way, got some today in history facts for you.
What happened
Rapid
today?
fire.
What happened today?
Couple birthdays for you. Courtney Love, Tom Hanks.
Okay.
And R.I.P. O.J. Simpson.
Rest in peace. Did we say rest in peace?
I don't know.
Okay.
This day in 1981, Donkey Kong was born.
I'm a
Did
fan.
you ever watch that game?
The game, yeah.
Or
I
watch
love the game.
Play the game?
Yeah, I loved it.
It was so great. And actually, the very first, I guess when it first came out, it had a surprise appearance by Mario.
Mario's in Donkey Kong? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Fun fact.
What does he say? It's me, Mario.
I was more of a Crash Bandicoot guy.
Oh, I don't think I played that.
Oh. Jeez.
It's also Dimples Day.
Dimples have their own day.
Yes. Angel Kisses.
Angel Kisses.
That's what they call them.
Okay.
Actually, you know what it really is? If you've seen like some kind of like mannequin that shows you all your muscles, what happens is you have a muscle right here. And if you have dimples, it's because it's somehow split. And that's why it caves right here. So if we were to remove our skin from our faces, you and I, mine would have a split muscle right here and yours wouldn't.
Because you got nice little dimples.
Because I have little dimples.
Oh, nice. How cute.
Yeah.
Shout out Dimples.
Shout out my mom.
Shout out Charlie's mom.
Yeah, who's got big dimples.
She's hot too.
I better watch it with the word dimples. I feel like I'm going to slip up and say something else. All right, let's get to your guys' comments regarding the Superman movie. Pam Cakes 1106 said, "You cannot call yourself a Superman fan unless you have read the OG comics from the 1930s. Love to burst your bubble here, but Superman is and was woke AF. Check it out."
Really? Maybe
Yeah.
so.
I know people like either love or hate Superman. I don't know. There's people that are obsessed with Superman. I didn't really
I'm
grow
not
up.
a superhero type.
I liked Captain Planet though.
Yeah, Captain Planet. I was
Like that
down
was
with.
a good message.
I like Scooby Doo.
Oh, I don't
Does that
think he's
apply
a
here?
Superhero.
Oh, okay.
Dexter said the movie was a Saturday morning cartoon comedy. Yeah, I didn't watch it.
No.
Adriana said they're trying to DEI Superman. Nope. That's hilarious. We had a poll with you guys. Will you watch Superman after the recent comments? There was 65 votes.
I don't think we should read out the 65 votes part. That seems like there wasn't very many votes.
Well, maybe people don't care as much. But 60% of you guys said, heck yeah, you'll watch it. For the Nick Jonas, or no, it's Kevin Jonas financial status. Sir Mel 11 said, I guess Kevin's money was burning up from him.
Is that like a if you know, you know?
Yes. Couple miscellaneous comments from you guys. Sorry, I'm recovering from a sickness.
Oh, good. Glad I'm sitting next to you.
I know. I might not be contagious anymore, but
you might not be contagious
I'm not sure
anymore.
Don the Watcher said, Charlie and Charlie, we love you too.
Thank you.
We love you too, Don.
Don the listener.
Oh, wow. There's more comments. Adam said, can I go out with you, baby cakes? Unclear who this is towards.
Would you indulge Adam? Would you go out with Adam?
Sorry, Adam. I like to be in bed.
Yeah.
Rather than go out.
Oh, okay. Maybe Adam can make that work.
Oh God. Joanne said, always a better day when both Charlies do the podcast.
Yeah, it's been tough going with like Devin, Jim. These other ring-ins.
Aw,
These other
sad.
Branson. These other ring-ins. Actually, Branson was pretty
Was he
fantastic
great?
in my absence.
Wow.
Our producer
Aw.
here in the podcast has heavy Ryan Seacrest vibes.
Oh. Branson out.
Oh, thinner Ryan Seacrest.
Oh, Ryan Seacrest has gotten so
He
thin.
needs to. Branson needs to get thinner. He also needs to get hair. He's already got the plugs. If you don't mind me revealing, he needs to get them frosted.
Oh, are you going to do like frosted tips like a boy bander?
I think
so
he needs to. I
cute.
think he needs to.
But
Fantastic.
do you want to risk it bleaching your hair? Okay.
Oh, but hair transplant people can't do anything, augment their hair anymore. You can't. You can be thinning out. All right, well,
Yeah.
we've covered a lot of ground here. Everyone seems to be getting hair transplants these days. All the celebrities.
I know it's all over social media. Like, I love the transparency.
Is there any hair that you would get moved or?
Oh, I'd love to like move my hairline because I have a big ass forehead.
Yeah, 8 head.
But I'd love to bring my hairline up here.
Yeah, that would look fire. Wow, we've covered a lot of ground here today.
I know. What about you? I feel like you're always adding hair, not removing
Yeah.
hair.
I'd just add, I'd add a few. Nah, never mind.
Oh, I don't want to know.
Never mind. Man. Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
And we'll see you guys here tomorrow.
Bye.